it's Katie here from the Scrappy Sisters, and I am up with a 2-for-1 video today. I am participating in Mixed Media Frenzy, which was started by which was started by Krista from Krista's Crafty Life, and there's quite a few other ladies who join in on Mixed Media Frenzy, which is on Friday, so I will make sure to link everybody in the description down below. I am making this layout quite a number of weeks in advance, so I don't know exactly who's joining us, but yeah, they will be joining us. We are following a sketch which I know I forgot to put into this video, and I am so sorry. However, if you go to any one of the ladies' videos down below, they will have the sketch there, and I will try to make sure I put a link into the sketch in my description box, because I didn't come up with this design. I am following a sketch. Now, I also have sped this up a lot. So I've already done most of my mixed media. I did some stamping using 2 stamps from a Stampin' Up! Stamp set called, I don't know what it's called actually. Where is it? If I can find it, I would tell you, but I can't find it on my extremely messy desk. Oh, it's called Love What You Do. There you go. And an L Studio stamp, which is the star, and I used some Distress Oxides. And then I used a hexagon stencil and the iridescent glaze from Vicky Booten, and used a sponge actually to apply that. The spatula that I had, the wooden one, did not work. So I used the sponge, and it was great. It actually gave a nice thin layer, and it was really easy to apply. So I'll definitely be doing that again. And then, to be honest, I didn't like it. Not the iridescent glaze. Loved the iridescent glaze, but I didn't like how this was looking. So I got out my Distress Oxide sprays, and I just sprayed straight onto the layout. And I use cracked pistachio and worn lipstick. So that does help a little bit to kind of make everything a bit more seamless. It was a little too disjointed for me, and so yeah, I needed it to be, I don't know, a bit more seamless. And the sketch had a main kind of focus on the left hand side of the page, and then just a tiny little bit of interest down in the bottom right. So that is what I am doing, and I'm not adding anything else. Even though I really wanted to add a third something, I didn't. And I am just working on creating some layers behind my photo. Now, because I didn't love the mixed media look, I do end up probably making my layers a little bit larger than I needed to, but that's just what I was feeling at the time. And I am using One Canoe 2 Saturday Afternoon collection. So my sister got me this as part of my Scrappy Advent calendar, and it's one of the first times I've really kind of dug into it properly. I've used it for one other layout, but it was sort of mixed in with a lot of other One Canoe 2 stash or collections, whereas this time I'm just using this on its own. And I thought I would create some large layers at this point using the 6x8 paper pad, and so that's what I'm doing now. I'm just trying to see what I can make work, and I wanted large layers, but I also want to be able to see the mixed media, so I do end up cutting down this blue paper in the background, even though I loved that paper and I wanted it to be a focus. I do end up cutting it down because you do need to be able to see some of the mixed media. That is the point, after all, of Mixed Media Frenzy. And this is also a video, as you will already know, for Scrapmadness. So we are doing a video every day in March with Laura Alberts and Miranda Weber. Their channels will be linked down below, as well as all of the ladies participating in this Friday's Mixed Media Frenzy video. And there's probably quite a few. Usually we have quite a few joining. Kathy, Ronnie, or 2 Kathys, Dolly, and yeah, I think that will be all that joins us, but I don't know, we might have extras, we might not have everybody. People have lives, and it's hard sometimes for everyone to participate every week. So yeah, just check the link down below to see who else is involved this week. So I am sticking down my photo onto those layers, and then I will stick the layers down onto the layout, and then I will embellish, and then we're done. So this layout did take me a while, but only because the mixed media took a little bit of time. As I said, I've sped this up a lot more than I usually do. I think this is probably sped up 4 times, which is a lot for me. Usually I only speed up videos twice. And so it is going a little faster than normal, and sorry about that, but I didn't want to edit out much of the video at all. I wanted you to be able to see everything that I was doing, which is why I've sped it up rather than edit out some of the process. So I've used one of the word thickers that came in the Saturday afternoon collection from One Canoe 2, and I've gone with Smile, and then I'm trying to use up a set of tiny puffy alphas from Pink Fresh, and I had sort of created a few words on the sheet that I could use. One of them was Hey Kiddo, and the other one was Happy Boy. So I decided to use both of those. So my title is kind of Hey Kiddo, Smile, Happy Boy, which is a bit, it doesn't really flow, but it works. So I am adding that Happy Boy to the bottom, and I add Hey Kiddo up the top. And it's just a super cute photo of my son, and I'm standing above him and I'm kind of looking down. So I just thought that was a fun kind of angle, and he was super happy. We were at mother's group and he was crawling around and just having a lot of fun. So I wanted to snap that photo, and that's what it is. Now I am creating a little cluster in the bottom right. I'm layering up one of the banners on the sticker sheet and then 2 banners that were in the ephemera pack, just to create some interest in the bottom right. And then I will add a couple of ephemera pieces, but it takes me a little while to figure out what they might be. So I'm adding in those. And then I think I start working on other clusters, and then I come back to that bottom right. So I've got 2 more banners, one from the sticker sheet and one from the ephemera pack, and that's all the banners used up. And so I just add them on top or above the Hey Kiddo word, and then I start to layer up some ephemera. So I've got a camera there, and then I pull out the house, and then I think I pull out that hot air balloon, and then there's a couple of hexagon pieces. They say 1, 2, 3, and I pull those out as well. And then there's some layered stickers that I pull out too. So one of them is a camera, and then the other one is a little hot air balloon that says joy. And so I'm just having a look and seeing if there's anything else I wanted from the sticker sheet before I start gluing things down. So I glue that little house down beside the word smile, and then I start creating my little cluster up in the top left. I add the hot air balloon, and then the camera, the yellow camera, the large one that I stick down flat, and then I actually add the foam camera on top of that to add a little bit of interest. And then I pop in one of the hexagon pieces, and then I noticed on the sticker sheet that there were 3 stickers that were hexagons as well, but they didn't have any writing on them. So I add those on top of the hexagon with the writing to create a little bit of interest, but I didn't want the 1, 2, 3 to show because it's not relevant for this layout. So that's how I kind of cover that up. Again, creating my little cluster down the bottom using that joy piece with the hot air balloon and then the hexagon trick, and then I'm adding a little hexagon to the house, and then we're done. I go and find some enamel dots in the shape of stars. I stick them down and we are finished. So the enamel dots that I find, or the enamel shapes, because they're stars, not dots, are actually from Stampin' Up, believe it or not. They're quite old, and I am trying to use up my stash. And I was going to use hearts, but then I realized I've got stars in the background and I don't love mixing stars and hearts. I mean, I do it, but I don't love it. So I decided to find some stars and add those in. So that's what I'm doing. Adding a green, a kind of pinky purpley color, which doesn't really match any of the colors that I've used, but goes close enough. And then an orange. And that's it. Here's the photos. We are done. Make sure you check out the other ladies participating, as well as Laura and Miranda's channel. And we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. All right, guys. We'll see you then. Bye.